Welcome to She Owns It, the podcast for women building businesses and lives on their terms. I'm Kristen McAlister, and here we talk about what it really means to own our direction, our decisions, and our life at every stage of our growth. Let's dive in. A lot of this started probably a couple years ago when I moved back to Southern California, and a friend that I knew in the industry and I had kept introducing each other to these amazing, fabulous women that we were coming across. I lived on the East Coast at the time. She was on the West Coast. I said, wait a minute, I get to move back 3 months from now. When I'm back living in Southern California, we're going to get together all these amazing women and just do a mass introduction. We'll introduce them to us, to each other, and we'll put together a lunch, which is what we did. And as each woman told her story and shared about what her aspirations were, how she got there, what she was doing, and how she wanted to help others, we walked away from that lunch just floored. And the comment that I kept hearing was, I feel so inspired. When are we doing this again, Kristen? So from that, we created the Inspiring Women's Happy Hour, and we get together every other month. We celebrate the wins, we support the losses, and we're there for each other. The only requirement is to come and be prepared to inspire others, or if you need inspiration yourself. Everyone's welcome to invite other amazing women to it, especially those in their lives who inspire others. And over the next couple of years, it just kept evolving. And the conversation started to evolve from, who are you and what do you do? Tell me about yourself. So women started to get to know each other. And they started to support each other. And these conversations we're having, conversations none of us were having anywhere else. They were about business. They were about personal. They were about us. And each of us was at the center of it, not all the other things that distract us in life. And I was watching everyone trade emails and text information and sharing resources. Here's a book I read that you should read. Here's an article. Here's a podcast that I follow. And information is flying everywhere. And thinking, there's got to be a better way. I don't know that I want to create a Slack channel because it just feels unnatural. There's got to be a better way to bring all the sources that everyone's sharing together into one place and to continue some of these conversations. I need to start a new podcast. I need a place where we can have these conversations more openly. We can share them with those who can't make it and don't know us. And be able to normalize some of these discussions, that we can bring all the resources together and then also pull in experts on some of the topics that we're just trying to figure out and muddle along and adding information on top of each other. And what did you learn? What do you know? And be able to not just inspire each other, but inspire everyone. And I think about all the discussions on what women business owners are struggling through quietly and no one's talking about. I don't have an answer to what all we're going through and struggling with and we're not talking about. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I want to find that out and let them share in their own voice. This podcast is different than the other two. This will be my third in 10 years. And the other two times I got on and started recording. I had random guests. We just picked whatever topic we wanted to go after. And it's the first time I've really done it intentionally. I didn't have all the pieces figured out, but my gut was telling me we need to do this. And as I started talking with people about it, really having conversations and getting their feedback, not on what do you think about this for a podcast, but what types of topics, what types of people, what types of conversations do you think would be involved in this? And that just led to a landslide of deep conversations, in some cases, tears. I'm thinking, why? I need to just hit record. Why am I not getting this? And I think not just the need for people to hear it. I think there's a need right now for these women business owners to share their story, find their voice in it, and be heard. Now is the time. What does owning it mean to me? Agency. When we have the agency to make choices, to know that we own those decisions and we can adjust or pivot or reposition anytime we need to, whether we know why or we're just listening to our gut, we own it. I own the destination and figuring out how to get there. I have everything I need to overcome any roadblock in the way, and I'm not asking permission from anyone. By owning whatever it is, it just removes all of those barriers in my way because I've got the tools and I've got the power to either find a way around them, edit them out, or to let go of any self-limiting belief that might be stopping me or holding me back. Probably one of the biggest game changers for me has been creating capacity, figuring out how to prioritize, and then how to focus. I needed to create capacity and space to be able to hit the pause button and just think. To just sit with time and peace and not be rushing from one meeting, one appointment, or one carpool to the next. To think and prioritize, what's the one thing that I actually need to get done today, this week, or this quarter? And then the focus to see it through and not let my ADHD brain get caught up in shiny object and distracted along the way. Once I created the capacity, I was more easily able to prioritize what's going to get me to the life that I want or the life that I'm living. And I was able to focus and see it through all the way. For me, I never really understood the concept of capacity. I thought it was just I need more time. I need more time to get more done. And I started with the antithesis. When I didn't have capacity, I wasn't able to be creative. That part of my brain was not able to function when it was overloaded with tasks, with ideas, with appointments. When I started to create the capacity for that creativity, I was also able to be present in conversations. I wasn't thinking about where I need to get to next, what needed to get done at the end of the day. I was a game changer. I talk about freedom a lot. It resonates with me because it's one of the most intangible things that can make the biggest impact, either negatively or positively. And it keeps coming up in my discussions with business owners. The variety of situations and interpretations that they want freedom to or freedom from is incredible. Freedom is having options. I get to choose which one works for me and my family and my life. Ownership to me is agency. I get to decide. I own my time, I own my path, and I own my destination. And right now, I'm owning this podcast. Come with me, and let's go see how many others are owning it too. If today's conversation resonated, share this episode with a woman who's building something she cares about deeply. Remember to subscribe and like the episodes that resonate most with you. Until next time, keep owning your choices, your direction, and your definition of success. I'm Kristen McAlister. Thank you for listening.